Time now is 8:50. You might not recognise the name David McKee, but you're probably familiar with one of his creations.
He's the man who created Mr. Benn. The character inspired a cartoon which was recently voted one of the most loved children's programmes of all time. And if that wasn't enough, the author also wrote the popular series of books featuring Elmer, the patchwork elephant.
A new art exhibition featuring David's work has just opened in London. Breakfast Tim Muffet has been to meet him.
The theme tune, the bowler hat, the memories.
It had been a wet, stormy morning in Festive Road.
Mr. Benn, the very ordinary resident of Festive Road, whose visits to a costume shop always led to a remarkable adventure.
As if by magic, the shopkeeper appeared.
Mr. Benn books were first published in the 1960s. They were so popular that in 1971 he got his own TV series.
"They're sure to be wrecked if no one helps them," said one of the men. "Can't we help them?" asked Mr. Benn.
Mr. Benn lived on Festive Road, but that was actually based on a real street, Festing Road, here in Putney in South London. But why this street in particular?
As if by magic,
David McKee appeared.
David McKee, lovely to meet you.
How do you do?
My goodness. So here we are then, the home of Mr. Benn, and this was your home, wasn't it?
Yes.
Why did you decide to create this character and set him here?
This seemed the perfect setting for him because it was an ordinary street and the right street for an ordinary man that was going to have extraordinary adventures.
The animation, it was pretty primitive, I think it's fair to say, isn't it?
If the story's good and the images are manipulated simply, people still watch it.
"Look out! All the animals have escaped from the zoo!"
When you look at animation today, is it too much? Is it too complicated at times?
Sometimes the pace is a bit too fast. It doesn't help the storytelling.
A new exhibition featuring the work of David McKee has just opened in London. Apart from Mr. Benn, he's best known for Elmer, the patchwork elephant, whose books have sold over 7 million copies.
It is about accepting who you are. Elmer and the hippos is really about immigrants in a way. The hippos come into the elephant area. The elephants want them to go because there isn't room for all of them. Elmer says, "But why are they coming?" You know, and then he says, "Let's sort their problem out."
But Elmer has never made it onto TV. Why is that?
More than once a month, film companies come and ask to make films about Elmer. But I feel very happy with him in books, and I feel that we also do have some sort of need to respect the culture of literature without the fact that everything has to be in film.
Mr. Benn, the movie, has been talked about many times, hasn't it?
Yes.
Is it ever going to happen?
I'd like to see that happen because Mr. Benn is a big boy and he can live his own life. I think he's right for being developed on the big screen.
Back in Festive Road, the sun was shining.
Did Mr. Benn have a first name?
Well, I never mentioned it in any of the films, but I think it was William. That's what I always consider him as being. William Benn.
"Thank you," said Mr. Benn from the door, and waved goodbye.
William Benn.
William was his first name.
I kind of wish I didn't know that.
But you liked the mystery.
I'll
Mr.
try
Benn.
and forget I knew that.
Mr. Benn. Mr.
Mr.
Who?
Benn.
The David McKee exhibition is on at the Illustration Cupboard Gallery in London until the 7th of June.